Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be doing all NFL divisions ranked. Before we get started, I told you guys to leave a video suggestion in the comment section of Tuesday's video. And yeah, so you guys left this one and I liked it a lot, so I decided to do it. Also, I will not be able to access my computer next week because of the holidays. And yeah, so I will be posting my week 17 NFL picks tomorrow, which is Saturday at the time of recording. And yeah, also before we get started, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20 subscribers by the end of the year. And yeah, that's basically it. And let's get started. Okay, so for number 8, so here is the tier list. We're going from worst to first. And yeah, without further ado, let's start ranking these divisions. At number 8, I feel like this is definitely it's either between the AFC South or the NFC South. But for me here, I'm going with the AFC South. I know this is where my Tennessee Titans are, and well, yeah, this is the division where the Tennessee Titans are in, which is my favorite team. But yeah, their division is awful. Other than them, maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're probably one of the best up and coming teams, one of the youngest up and coming teams in the NFL. And yeah, other than them and maybe the Jaguars, there's no other good team. I know the Colts definitely slumped this year. A lot of the people projected them to win the division this year, and yeah, that obviously is not happening right now. And yeah, that's why I'm putting them at 8. I feel like this is definitely an agreeable ranking here for the AFC South. And yeah. Number 7, I said it before, but it's either between the AFC South or NFC South for worst. And yeah, here I'm going with the NFC South for the second worst division at the number 7. Um, yeah, they're just another really bad division. They don't have very many good teams. Obviously, the Saints playing very poorly. The Carolina Panthers having so many quarterback struggles, and also just not a great team. The Bucks also underperforming. I mean, it's just a mess down there. And yeah, they they get the number 7 spot for the worst, or yeah, they get the number 7 spot because of that. At the number 6, I'm gonna go with the AFC West here. Um, they have definitely underperformed by a huge margin. Many projected them all to get into the playoffs. Everyone in that division to get into the playoffs. Going into the season, they were the hottest division in the NFL, and yeah, they have definitely underperformed. And the only reason I'm putting them at the number 6 is because of the talent on their teams. I mean, they have some incredible talent, but the such as like the Raiders and the Broncos, they have underperformed immensely, and yeah, that's why I'm putting them at the number 6. At the number 5, I will be putting the NFC North here. I know they have some good teams, or like I know they have one good team with the Vikings. I mean, they're definitely making it to the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, they do have some up and coming teams such as like the Lions and the Bears, and yeah, but so far it's mostly just the Vikings that are leading that division. That's why they're here at the number 5. They have a couple good teams. They have a couple teams that are starting to get things going, but other than that and the Vikings, the Packers have not played well at all either. And yeah, I feel like that's why they're at the number 5. And yeah, it's basically why they're there. At the number 4, I'm going to go with the NFC West. I mean, they're a good example of a slightly above average division. I mean, the Rams have played horribly. I know there's been some bad injuries there, but they've been completely ravaged by injuries. But um, that still doesn't give them the excuse to play as poorly as they did. They have a good team. But because of the injuries, they have not played well. Also, the Arizona Cardinals, they have also been ravaged by injuries, and they have played horribly. So, yeah, that's why they're at the number 4, because other than those teams, they have the Seahawks, who have probably had one of the best comeback stories in the NFL, and also the San Francisco 49ers, who have one of the best defenses in the NFL and a couple big playmakers on offense. And, yeah, that's why they're at the number 4. They're a good team of just they're just a good example of a division that is slightly above average because of the two of the teams in the division. At the number 3, I'm gonna go with the AFC North. They're an above average division. They have a couple good. They have some good teams. Obviously, with the Bengals and the Ravens being the most notable for that, but also the other teams that they have, such as the Steelers and the Browns, they're all right now. They're still trying to figure things out. Obviously, with the Steelers not having a good roster and having a rookie quarterback, and as well as the Browns also trying to figure things out with Deshaun Watson. They're both experiencing struggles, but because of the Bengals and the Ravens, that is why they're here at the number 3. They're both great teams, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if both made it into the playoffs. At the number 2, I'm gonna go with the AFC East. All of those teams are pretty good. Um, and yeah, the Jets are an all right team. If they did have a good quarterback, they would be going into the playoffs for sure. They have a good team. They just can't get things going with the quarterbacks. And also with the Patriots, they're having their own quarterback struggles, and they do have a good roster around them. But yeah, they do have. But the most notable in that division are the Dolphins and the Bills. The Bills are definitely Super Bowl contenders, and the Miami Dolphins are more than likely making it to the playoffs. So they they have a really good division, but yeah, to all of their teams are above average, and yeah, I'm a big fan of that division. And at the number 1, I'm sure no one is surprised here, but the NFC East does get the number 1 spot. All those teams are almost all are going into the playoffs. More than likely, 3 of the 4 are going in to the playoffs, and yeah, all the teams in that division are great teams. All of them are above average, and yeah, and a quick recap of the NFL divisions tier list. At the 8th spot, we have the AFC South. At the 7th, the NFC South. At the 6th, the AFC West. The 5th, the NFC North. The 4th, the NFC West. The 3rd, the AFC North. The 2nd, the AFC East. And the 1st, the NFC East. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Also, just another disclaimer, just another reminder. I will be posting my Week 17 picks tomorrow, which is Saturday at the time of recording. So, yeah, if you are watching this on Friday, be on the lookout for that. And also, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20 subscribers by the end of the year. Currently, I believe we are sitting at 16 right now, so I only need 4 more to make it to my goal. And, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching.